Hello children, hope you are all familiar with the tenses now. Today we are going to learn a new topic, voice. Before learning about the voice, we have to understand what is the subject, what is the verb and what is the object of a sentence. Let us take the example of the sentence, Rama killed Ravana. Okay. So in that, which is the subject? Rama is the subject. Okay, what is the verb? Killed is the verb. And what is the object? That means on whom the action was performed. Okay, that is Rama killed Ravana. We can say that Ravana is the direct object. In some sentences, there will be two objects, direct object as well as indirect object. For example, my teacher gifted me a watch. Here, who is the subject? My teacher is the subject. Which is the verb? Gifted is the verb. And there are two objects you can see, me as well as a watch. Okay, so which is the direct object here? My teacher gifted a watch. Watch is the direct object. So to whom or for whom that is the action is done to, that is the indirect object. So me is the indirect object here. Okay, so sometimes in a sentence there can be two objects. One will be the direct object and one will be the indirect object. The direct object tells us what has been. For example, as I told you, my teacher gifted me a watch. What did she gift? A watch. That is the direct object. To whom was it gifted? For whom it was gifted? That is the indirect object. Okay. So hope you understood this. So in a sentence there will be a subject. In some sentences there will be a subject, a verb and an object. Sometimes in some sentences there will be two objects. One could be a direct object and the other could be the indirect object. We can pass the information of a sentence which contains an object in two ways. One in active voice and the other in passive voice. In active voice, who performed the action is important. In active voice, who performed the action is important. Okay. Whereas in passive voice, the action is more important than the doer of the action. Who did the action is not important, but what action has been done is more important. Okay. Now I will tell you the same example which I told you earlier. Rama killed Ravana. So here, who killed Ravana is more important. So now when I change it in the passive form, I will write Ravana was killed. Ravana was killed. So killed is more important than was killed. Ravana was killed is more important than who did that action. Ravana was killed by Rama can be written, but here the importance is given to the action. Okay, the verb. So that is the main difference between active and passive voice.